Hello and welcome back, Warriors. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here today, all you returning viewers and new visitors alike. The first video that I did reviewing the Solarballs plushies took off way bigger than I ever could have imagined, so thank you, everybody, for all your support with that, your likes, your comments, all your feedback. It was fantastic. I loved it. So I had to do another one reviewing the latest 4 plushies to arrive, which is Uranus, Neptune, Proto Earth, and Theia. So those are the most recent ones. I did a poll on both Twitter or X and YouTube, and the breakdown, rough breakdown, ended up being 60 to 40% with a total of 5 votes on Twitter or X, whichever flavor of the day you call it. 3 roughly in favor of doing the newest video with just Uranus and Neptune, and then 2 with just doing them when they all arrived all together, one video. On YouTube, it was a bigger split, 13% to 88% with a total of 8 votes. Rough split on that ended up being 2 in favor of doing the Uranus-Neptune video and about 6 for the doing all the plushies together. So grand totals broke down to 5 in total of doing a updated video with Uranus and Neptune, and 8 in favor of doing all 4 together in one video. We didn't really get a choice in the matter because the first one to arrive was Neptune, and the rest didn't arrive until I want to say about 4 days later. Then both Uranus, Proto Earth, and Theia arrived on the exact same day. So I'm gonna do them all together here. I tried to upload this video twice before. It didn't work, so I'm unfortunately having to redo the whole thing shorter. So hopefully it uploads. Fingers and toes crossed. If you're seeing this video, it worked. I think it's a combination between my slow computer and internet and how long the initial video was, which was over half an hour long. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down this video, and we are going to go over the 4 new plushies. At the end, I will bring everybody together. I'm not going to review everybody at once because that's where we got the video that was too long. So I'm going to link in the description below the original video that I did for all of the other plushies that are not in this video. And then, of course, I will try and keep up with the plushies and doing little reviews for you guys on those as they release. So we'll just kind of hop into it. New backdrop here is the little astronaut with his thumbs up, his love heart. I love him so much. He's got his little gaming controller. I will link in the description below where you can get your very own. He's just a little, actually he's a rather big throw blanket. I sincerely underestimated the size of this one. I just really wanted a very big cuddly blanket, and I thought it would be cute to use it as the backdrop, and I think it might be a little too big for what I was planning on doing. So I have another one on the way that's a little bit smaller. As you can see at the very bottom, you can get it customized with either your name, gamer tag, maybe for a loved one or a friend with their name on it. I got it with my gamer tag, Bowwoman88. So comfortable, super cuddly and soft. I got the Sherpa one, so the front's kind of like the silky feel, and the back is just like curling up in those really nice, comfy, thick socks. It's fantastic. So awesome. So I'll link that in the description below. But hopping kind of into it, not related to Solarballs, but I did want to get a little astronaut. I don't have Astro Dude, but I have Marty the little astronaut here. I will link his Amazon, where I got him from Amazon, in the description below as well, so you can kind of check him out, get him for yourself. I will clip on the video here. As you can see, he doesn't look how he does on his little Amazon post picture thing. I think he'd be a little more plumpy than he actually ended up being, but he's still very cute, and he actually matches our little backdrop pretty well. So, all right, hopping into it, we're gonna get into the Solarballs plushies here. We'll start with the one that arrived first, which is Neptune. Neptune here. Ta-da! He's got really bright, vibrant colors. They always try to line up the lines pretty well, which is pretty darn difficult when you have a round spherical object and your print is on a flat surface. So overall, I mean, not all the time is it perfect, but they do pretty darn good. And on this guy, you can see they kind of kept with the theme of the fabric eye and embroidery around for the details and the lips. And I do like that. He is kind of a decent firmness between, I'd say, Venus and Earth, and definitely not as stiff as the moons. He's like a happy medium, very soft, good quality. I really like him. Next one we're going to hop into is Uranus. And he comes with his little ring, and his ring is soft. It's like super soft. And don't freak out. Naked planet. The ring comes off. So we'll just kind of spin him around here. And they always get deformed in the shipping, but you can always give them some mushes and squishes, and they'll just pop right back to life. And slowly, I got to work a couple of these guys back into place, but they'll get around there. And same thing, super soft. I think he's softer than Neptune there. Same thing, embroidery around the eyes here, white fabric, very nice. I do really like that his ring comes off, because on their website today, it didn't look like it came off. It looked like it was just kind of solid. So I was a little bit sad about that. And you can kind of adjust it either under, middle, or a little hat. And yeah, by his picture on the website, it looked like he was all one big unit and he wouldn't separate. But I'm really glad that this comes off. And just like Saturn, it's very snug. So you don't have to, once you put it on there, you don't have to worry about it just accidentally like slipping off. It's very snug, very firm. We're just going to keep this going with Proto Earth next. He's a little bit different. He has the normal embroidery around the eyes, but for his eyebrows and his lips, let's try and zoom in there. There you go. You can kind of see it's a little bit different. Zoom back out, zoom out. There we go. All right. So you can kind of see that's a little bit different. I don't know why they did that. Maybe it was just to get, because he's got a little more detail on his eyebrows. So maybe that was just to make that easier. I gotta be honest, I think I like just kind of how they embroider it around the eyes here, that style, better. But it is thinner around there. He's also very nice and cuddly and squishy. He's getting kind of on the smaller side when you're an adult trying to curl up with a squishy, reading either a good book or watching your YouTube videos or playing games or movies. He's getting kind of on the smaller side. Still good, decent size for snuggling up with. But I do like the bigger ones, which would be Neptune, Uranus, the sun. The sun's good size. Jupiter, Planet X, those ones are all really good cuddle sizes for adults. Might be a little difficult if you're a kid, but let me know if you're a kid out there in the comments below if they're manageable size for you, if they're a little bit difficult. Gonna keep it moving here. Here is Theia. She turned out really well and she shipped pretty good where she didn't get deformed too bad. She is definitely not as stiff as the moons, which would be Luna and Titan. Those ones are very, very, very firm. But they kept her well packed, but not so intense like those two. The pattern's good. Everything lines up pretty well. Nothing too crazy or chaotic. I like her embroidery around her eyes and the extra around the lips. The extra lips and her lashes. They all did really good with this. The typical embroidery, the white fabric. And then I'm just going to pause it here real quick and we're going to do a little bit of a jump cut. I'm going to get everybody in the background here and get everybody together so we can kind of compare sizes and that sort of thing, as well as I'm going to get some common-ish items and put them in here to get size reference as well. So please hang tight for the slight rough jump cut. All right, the gang's all here, so we can kind of compare everybody together. Uranus and Saturn, they're the two that have rings currently, both removable. Uranus's ring is much smaller, but a whole bunch softer. Saturn's ring is a lot broader and stiffer. But yeah, I like them both. If you're going to cuddle up with them, I would recommend probably removing their rings because it'll just make it a little bit easier. Down in the front here, we've got Theia and the moons. They're very similar in size. I think Theia appears to be bigger just because of the way she is sewn together. Maybe a hair bit bigger, but that could be an optical delusion type of thing. Earth, Proto Earth, and Venus, they all seem to be the same size. If anything, maybe Proto Earth might be a hair bigger, but not by much, if he is. Uranus and Neptune, I'd say, honestly, they look pretty much the same size as the Sun and Jupiter. And hang tight, I just realized we have a rogue planet. Planet X had rolled away there, so I got him back. But yeah, the bigger planets all seem to be approximately the same size except for Saturn. Saturn's kind of a size all his own. Right in between the smaller rocky planets, Earth, Venus, and Proto Earth, and the bigger gas giants, he's like a little bit smaller. He is definitely one of the firmer ones though out there. Not as firm as the two moons, but definitely more firm than Neptune, which I'd say is probably, as far as stiff plushies, it's the moons, Theia, Neptune, no, the moons, Saturn, Theia, Neptune, and then kind of the bigger ones are all about the same, and the softest two would definitely be Earth and Venus. They are definitely the softest. And then back there that doesn't quite fit in is Marty, our little astronaut. He's gonna probably be a part of the gang until I get Astro Dude, which I'm still kind of holding out for. The only spot I can find him is on I think it's AliExpress. I might be pronouncing that wrong. I don't know much about them. I've never shopped on there, but if you have, let me know what it's like, your experience on there. But yeah, that wraps up the current Solarballs Plushies review. Again, I will leave a link in the description below if you want to get your own Marty Astronaut, where you can find your own Solarballs Plushies, which are these planets up here in the front, as well as if you want to get your own super comfy astronaut blanket. I have linked that in the description below as well. Catch you on the next one. Hopefully it'll be sooner than later, and hopefully the next time I try and upload a video, it won't be such a bear cat. All right, fight the good fight, guys, and catch you on the next one.